Good morning everybody. Yesterday I skipped making a video. The birth was announcing itself. I didn't sleep all night, had serious cramps, and then the little boy decided that he's going to stay in a little bit longer anyways. So still no baby there. Big belly though, waiting still. So today I will make another video and just continue as if nothing happened until he does decide to come. Based on a lot of questions, I decided to make a follow-up video on my first video in this series on how to do a rising trot. I got several questions from people asking for exercises that they can do to improve their posting. So today I will shoot a little video with my working student Elena and demonstrate some of these exercises that you can do on horseback in movement to improve your posting. Have fun watching! In my first video on how to improve the rising trot, I showed the light seat position as a very helpful position to practice before going into posting. So here you see Elena taking the light seat position in walk, and that is where I would recommend you to start. Find a position where you can stand in walk with your weight mainly on your upper legs and not as much pressing down your stirrups, where you can easily keep your balance and relax your muscles. When you found this balance into the walk, you can take that same position into the trot. Very important is that you don't get yourself too far out of the saddle. It's not about how high you can lift your butt over the saddle. It's about, can you find balance over your upper legs with your legs in the correct position, with your spine slightly forward, without throwing your weight forward, and then find the movement of your horse in the spine, in the left and right movement of your legs, in the separation of both of your hips. And can you find that position using your bones as much as possible and not tensing your muscles? So here you see Elena going around in the trot looking for exactly that. And then a good rising trot just comes naturally out of a light seat, where from the light seat you kiss your saddle gently and immediately take the light seat position again. Another really good exercise to practice your posting is, instead of doing stand, sit, stand, sit, stand, sit, to try to do stand, stand, sit, stand, stand, sit, stand, stand, sit. So basically what you're doing is you're changing the leg you're posting on every time, but not with two sits, but with staying up there in the air. So for one moment you keep the light sit position before you go back and kiss your saddle again. It is a great exercise for balance. It is a great exercise for your coordination and your sense of rhythm. But especially it will tell you if you're using your bones or too much of your muscles. So in this, Elena is really struggling and she's complaining about getting cramps in her calves. So when you feel that you struggle to do these riding exercises without getting tension in your muscles, then practice getting out of a chair. How much muscle tension, how much power do you use in your muscles to get out? So if you use your body correctly, also here you should kind of let your skeleton and the momentum of the movement get you up, rather than pushing yourself up with your legs or tensing muscles. So what I ask Elena to do is visualize her calves turning into jelly and to stop herself from getting up every time she feels that she wants to do it with tension and power in her calf muscles. So we can see that she starts with a nice fold in the hips, bringing her upper body forward before getting herself out of that chair. Folding in her hips, her knees and her ankles. I ask her to think of her head leading the way forward and up, and there the getting up out of a chair already gets much lighter. Also getting down should be effortless. It should be a bending of the joint. It should be a folding of the legs rather than a dropping back, throwing your weight back. Now what you can also practice then when you get up out of that chair is to stop in the position where you are actually in light seat. You want to think of your tailbone always pointing towards the saddle and your head going away from your tailbone, finding the maximum length over your spine. This is also the position you should go towards when you do your rising trot. So these exercises that I showed today are mainly coming from centered riding. The exercise of getting out of a chair is one that we use a lot, that actually originates from the Alexander technique. So if you're interested in improving your riding, I can really also advise everybody of you to go and study with an Alexander teacher They can really teach you how to use your body efficiently without too much tension in your muscles. They use a technique called inhibition to teach your brain how not to go into your old pathways and how to learn new pathways instead. So if you can find yourself a good Alexander teacher in your area, I could highly, highly recommend that you go and have a session. All right, that was it for today, guys. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.